We now come to our last sum for the day, that is sum number 7. And it says write all integers which lie between the given pairs of integers in decreasing order. In decreasing order. A -3 and 10. -3 and 10. I have to write all the integers between -3 and 10. Sorry, not 10, it's -10. -3 and -10 in decreasing order means every time I write a number, the value should decrease. The value should not increase, the value should decrease. So, I start with -3 and I have to write the numbers in decreasing order. Now remember, from -3 to -10 will be all negative integers. Minus, minus, all negative integers. So, every integer that I write next should be lesser than the previous integer. Because I am going in decreasing order, the value has to decrease. Now in negatives, for the value to decrease, the number has to grow bigger. Because the bigger the number, the value is lesser. So after -3 will be greater, and what will be smaller than -3? -4. In negatives, the greater the number, the lesser is its value. So -4 is smaller than -3. Decrease means I have to write in order of small, from big to small. From big to small, in decreasing order. Remember, it says write all the integers which lie between the given pairs of integers in decreasing order. Decreasing order means from big to small. Same just like ascending and descending order. Ascending is from small to big. Descending is from big to small. So actually decreasing order means descending order. The bigger number comes first and the smallest number comes last. That means I have to go from big to small. But this is negative numbers, negative integers. And negative integers, the greater the number, the lesser is its value. So -3 is greater than -4. So -4 is lesser than -3. Lesser than -4, -5. Lesser than -5, -6. Lesser than -6, -7. And so is -8. And then is -9. So of all these numbers, -3 is the greatest and -9 is the smallest. I am writing in decreasing order. Decreasing means from big to small. Just like descending order, from big to small. Smaller value, smaller number, greater value. Greater number, smaller value. Let's go to part B. Part B says -6 and -13. -6 and -13. So I will start with -6. What is smaller than -6? -7. And so is -8, and then comes -9, and then comes -10, and then comes -11, and then comes -12. In this whole set of numbers, -6 being the greatest and -12 being the smallest. In both these cases, let's not involve the numbers that we're starting from, because they have told us to write in between. And in mathematics, whenever you are told to write in between, the number that you start with and the number that you end with is not included. Remember, we did it in the previous sums. So we will remove -3 and we will remove -6. We will only write the numbers that come in between these numbers. So from -6 to -13, I have to write the integers in decreasing order. So I have to write the next smaller number after -6. I cannot write -5 because minus 5 would be greater. So I have to write the smaller number. So I will start with minus 7, then go to minus 8 and continue till minus 12. C. C is minus 8 and 0. Minus 8 and 0. So which number minus 8 and 0? I have to write the numbers in decreasing order. So in between minus 8 and 0, I have to start from minus 8 and go to minus 0. Just give me a moment. Minus 8 and 0. Now, where do I start from is the question out here. Do I start with minus 7? No. I have to go in reverse order. Now remember this, if I write minus 7 first, minus 7 will be greater than minus 8. Minus 7 will be greater than minus 8. So I have to start in reverse order. For this particular sum, I have to start in reverse order. So I will start from 0 onwards and write the numbers. I will not write from starting after minus 8. No. Because if after minus 8 I put down minus 7 is going to be greater. Understand that very carefully. That is why I told you, give me a minute. I need to see what this sum is trying to say. It is saying in decreasing order. So I will write numbers from 0 to minus 8, not from minus 8 to 0. Because when I write from 0 to minus 8, then I am writing in decreasing order. So the first number will be minus 1. Because minus 1 is smaller than 0. I have to write in decreasing order. The value has to keep on decreasing. So minus 1, smaller than minus 1 will be minus 2, then will come minus 3, then will come minus 4, then will come minus 5, then will come minus 6, and then will come minus 7. Remember, I have to do this in reverse order, this particular sum, because it's nothing as reverse or anything, but we have to write in decreasing order. These are all in decreasing order. This is the greatest, this is the smallest, this is the greatest, this is the smallest. If I write here minus 7 and then go towards the 0, then I am writing the smaller and the last I am writing greater. It should be greater to smaller. So the greater number between minus 8 and 0, the greatest number that would be amongst between minus 8 and 0, the first number will be minus 1. That is the greatest. Then comes the smaller number, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So be careful when you are doing this sum. I hope you understood this sum. Minus 89 and minus 98. Minus 89 and minus 98. So I have to write the next smaller number than minus 89. So the next smaller number will be obviously the greater as a digit, but because it is negative, the value will go down. So the next number after minus 89 will be minus 90, because minus 90 is smaller than 89. So minus 90, and now the value goes on decreasing as I increase the number. So it will be minus 90. Smaller than minus 90 is minus 91. Then comes minus 92. Then comes minus 93. Then comes minus 94. then comes minus 95, then comes minus 96, and then comes minus 97. Remember children, again I am reminding you, the sum sets right in decreasing order. So I have to write the greatest first and the smallest last. The next number after 89, smaller than 89 is minus 90. No doubt it is smaller, but in this set of numbers, this is the greatest number. Minus 90 is the greatest number because it's closer to the 0, and minus 97 is the smaller because it is much more away from the 0. So I have to write after 89 in decreasing order. The value should go on decreasing. So the next number that is smaller than that number is minus 90. Smaller than that is minus 91, and I go on till minus 97. So I start with minus 90, end with minus 97. Minus 90 being the greatest and minus 97 being the smallest amongst these numbers. And I have not included minus 89 and minus 98 because it says in between. So these are the four sums. That's all the work that is there for today. So we've targeted and we have completed till sum number 7. Do keep your work updated and complete.